Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, Andrew?
It's Van Halen time today.
Van Halen day.
Yeah.
We got a red guitar, no stripes, but at least it's red.
Yeah, and it's a weird hybrid.
And it's homemade and, should
Yeah.
be kind of authentic. We got one humbucker in there.
Yeah. And then what else we have?
Well,
today?
we're showing off the fly rig. So,
Of course, that's the main thing. But
so we have the core, but we brought in some goodies. We got a original MXR flanger from the 70s.
yeah, and
And we got a SM57
Yeah.
Defender combo to get a little bit more of that Van Halen tone.
okay, and you're detuned, right? Let me hear
Yep,
that.
we're down to E flat and then tune down D, the E string down to D.
So that's your clean sound, right?
That's it.
Now let's turn on the fly rig.
Right, we got a little Sans amp for a little
Right.
bit of that reverb.
Right.
We put on a little distortion with the plexi. What do you think? We got to go hotter?
Yeah, why not?
Let's show the hot.
I'll, now, one thing is missing.
Yeah, what's that? The Echoplex?
I think so.
All right, well, good thing our DLA on here is actually, it emulates a tape echo, and the drift is actually a random modulation. So instead of having a standard chorus sound, it actually sounds more like a tape echo.
Let's hear it. Okay.
Hear that chorusing effect?
Now, how about the flanger? How's that comes in
Well,
the
that
picture?
comes in when we do the...
Yeah, I have to mention that both of us are a little rusty on Van Halen.
Yeah, well,
It's been what, 20 years now?
yeah, well, I haven't played Van Halen that often, but, we're trying our best here.
But it's a great sound, and I agree that it's a unique sound, and that's why our setup is a little different today. We're not going direct, we're going through an amp to get the gritty amp sound, even though we're using a Fender amp,
Yeah.
and we're using a 112.
Yep.
Okay, so the rest of the punch really coming from the fly rig, and that's what we wanted to show.
Yeah, it's showing you how versatile it is, regardless of what your backline is. You don't have to have a Marshall with a 412 cabinet. If you show up at a gig and, this is what you have for a backline, you can get a really convincing sound out of it.
Right, and it's totally set clean. The bright switch is off, and we have the bass treble in the middle on 6, but this is a new one, so this one they call it the 8 because it goes to 12. This one goes to 12. This
Yeah.
is not like the old ones.
One more.
Yeah, and the presence goes to 8 also, so it's a pretty steady, standard setup, but when you kick in the fly rig, you can get that insane distortion. Play something else. Let's hear it. I'm gonna put the mic on. Yeah, well, I plugged in the mic a little bit just to hear it. And might as well, you know what, let's hear it direct. It's not going to be, as I said, the same sound, but you can get away with it. Let's say you're playing a gig and your amp blows up. What to do? Plug in direct. Now, one more thing. I'm going to use the direct. Oh, yeah, I love that big click. Show me that again.
That's
What?
authentic, not true bypass, nothing. This is just 70s.
Yeah, that's how it's on the record, right?
Yeah, they didn't modify effects back then.
And the noise.
Yep.
You know? I don't know who came up with that shit that we hate noise. I love noise.
I love noise, yeah.
Yeah. So let me plug in the mixer direct. This is the mixer. And then play the same thing again. So let's see how that sounds. That was all over the place, but that's not the point. The point is the sound, right?
Yep.
So I think we got pretty close, and I'm going to cut in a couple other things we were playing around earlier. So this is it. Van Halen. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you want to hear anything else, let us know.
Rock on.
Thank you.